So, alright. Now let's take him on. You know, I kind of wonder if at some point later in the series, like, do we get to fight all of them at once? It's almost like they're hinting at it, you know? Like they build the setup for it. Like they're all there and they all have, have a bone to pick with Zero, and it's like, we really want to kick your butt. Can we kick your butt? It's one of those things. I kind of wonder if like that maybe was planned or something, and just never happened, or maybe like programming constraint. Dang it! It keeps getting right up in my grill. There we go. Oh, dang it, I was not expecting him to jump back. Okay, but I have a good amount of my health gauge still, and a full sub-tank. I feel like this should go better. I can't say for sure if I'm gonna beat him. I want to defeat this guy. This guy's freaking nuts. But I mean, I'm hoping I can. So right off the bat, I'm gonna make this known right here. Oh, you can actually like take damage from touching him. Oh, but that didn't seem to break his charge thing. Oh, geez, they paralyze you. Oh. Wow, okay. There we go. That actually did work. There we go. Did I beat him? It took a lot to beat him, but yeah, I think I got him. All right. Oh, you're just a mess now. Okay, that's kind of cool. Like, even the mugshot is showing that damaged part in his helmet and face. You really thought you were, like, better than all the other Reploids, didn't you? The perfect copy. Oh, wow, that's major disillusion there, buddy. Ooh. Wow. Oh. Whew. He thought he was the perfect copy. But even Zero was able to tell. He's like, nah, buddy. You're missing some traits. Okay, yeah, just, self-destruct sequence. Sweet. It looks like we beat the game, yeah. So this is going to be the real X talking to us. In this war alone. It probably means just against the Mavericks. Because, yeah, you know what? In X5, he's gone. And in X6, he hibernates in Zero's ending. He goes into a capsule. And in X7, they even allude to this kind of thing at the end of Zero's story. Yeah, there we go. He was fighting against the Mavericks. That's a long time to be just constantly fighting. You're right. X didn't even want to fight in the first place. I mean, he knew he had to, and he wasn't gonna let innocent Reploids or people, get hurt. But seriously, man, that was just, whew. Hardest power, and I discovered I no longer cared about fighting enemies. Ouch, dude. Whew. That is... Whew. That's rough. He got to a point where he didn't want to take him out anymore. Oh, cool, we actually get to see him! Oh, wow, there's a lot of iconic imagery on him there. He's got a thing like a cross on his front, which makes him look like a holy warrior of sorts. And I just noticed my screen went blurry. Hang on. Okay, this looks like a temporary fix that isn't even really a fix because you can't see half of it again because of that black bar, that dark bar because of the brightness ordeal. But it keeps going out of focus whenever I don't do that with this particular scene. I don't know why. So X is dressed up kind of like a holy person. He's got like a robe, which is probably to signify his passing from being a Reploid into being what looks like a spirit. I can't tell though. I mean, kinda. He's got a halo, like a robot halo, and he appears to be made of data right now. So that's the best thing I can come up with. And Zero's knocked out, and so he's talking to him, and he's just like, "I'll leave this world to you. Please allow me to rest in peace for a while." So that's pretty significant because, like, if X was fighting for, over a century alone, like without Zero there to help him out, then that's just insane. I mean, we already know that from, pretty much since the beginning of the games, it was always just X. The first two games, it was always just X that you got to play as. And it wasn't until later that you got to play as other characters. X3, there we go, I'm losing focus again. X3 you were able to play as Zero for a little while, and then X4 and on, there was always at least 2 characters to play as. So this is pretty big if, for 100 years, it was only X fighting. And it looks like now it's going to be Zero's turn. At least that's my take on it. So there we go, he's waking back up. Let me try to rechange the brightness again. There we go. Oh. But that's why we're the best of partners. Ain't that right, Zero? And here he is up against a horde of enemies. Oh, there we go. Nice. All right. Cool. Okay. So that's Mega Man Zero. That was tough. On the whole, that was a hard game. That was challenging in many aspects. Whenever I think of a Mega Man X game, I think of the versatility and control. And this game did bring a lot of that back, with the ability to do the, what are now I guess would be considered platform basics, such as wall kicking and accelerated movement, in this case dashing. However, I remember from the X series that X-Zero and Axel were able to air dash. And in this one, it seems like that's one of the moves that Zero has completely forgotten because he can't air dash anymore. He can dash jump, but he can't air dash. So that's completely out the window. And his saber moves seem incredibly limited. the elemental thing seems to be done with the chips. And I only got the thunder chip. I bet that if I beat more missions successfully, then I probably could have gotten maybe more chips. I'd imagine there's more chips. There's probably a fire chip or a water chip, you know, and things like that. And then I could have maybe had an easier time with some of the bosses. But as it stood, your average player is not really going to be able to get all that stuff right off the bat. I'll acknowledge again that even though I grew up with the Mega Man X games, I was not the best at them. So this game was certainly a harder entry. It might be the story successor to the X series as a whole, but in terms of gameplay and difficulty, it definitely throws a wrench in the works with a couple new ideas. And I mean, it kind of works in some ways, and kind of doesn't in others, because if you have a boss fight that is so difficult that even 9 lives is not enough to get through, then we have a problem. You know, then we've gotten to a point where it's no longer a matter of just being, oh, it's a little challenging. Now it's a matter of being, even the people who've played the game all the way through to the end are having difficulty and cannot beat it. So I wonder if maybe it was just an oversight, you know, maybe like the game itself played well enough, and maybe they figured that, you know, hey, the players will be able to figure it out, and they will. It's just a matter of how quickly can they figure it out, and how well can they execute it. Do they need any boons to help them? You know, anything like that. And in my case, yes, I needed some boons to help me out. I needed an increased health gauge, I needed a sub tank, I needed a get out of jail free card with the pit. So, as a whole, yeah, the boss is hard. Is it unfairly hard? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say it's not unfairly hard, it's just really hard. So, I'm still gonna count this as like, hey, I managed to beat the guy. It's still a success in my book. You know, I'm not a machine. I'm not going to be able to beat it, you know, with superb 100% accuracy and dodge everything and hit everything, you know, super quick. But I did get through it. And that's the most important part of the game, is being able to work through it and all the way to see it through to the end. You know, that's, well, one of the most important parts. Not the most important, but one of the most important parts. So here we have the ranking, and yeah, mission success, clear time, enemies beaten. Like, I got good marks on all that. So again, I'm not going to consider it a bad thing that the elves took out how many points. I don't care about that. In fact, if we were to add it up, that'd be a 70. Because 8 plus 62. There we go. That's a passing grade in my book. So I'm going to count that as a win. I don't care if they call me Speedster and give me a rank E. A 70 is a solid C in my book. There's a hard mode. There's a hard mode. I don't think I'm gonna do that just yet. I think I'm gonna wait on that one. I'll save the data, but I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna do that. So I guess that means next time I'm gonna try Mega Man 02, and we'll see how that goes. So thank you for joining me during this, and I'm not gonna see you next time, but we'll give it a shot next time. So take care.